Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over the all-new Kia Sportage. This thing looks pretty crazy, but before we get into the walk around, I just want to give you guys some quick specs on the vehicle. So powering it, we're going to have a turbocharged 1.6 liter 4-cylinder. You guys can remember that powertrain from the Kia K5 GT line that I had on the main channel for a week that I reviewed. It puts out 180 horsepower and then 195 pound-feet of torque, goes through a dual clutch automatic transmission. And with all that being said, let's get right into the review.
Now let's go over the all-new Kia Sportage. I was actually really excited to see this because I've been waiting quite a bit of time to finally be able to see the new version, see if it's, you know, a big enough change compared to the old version for it to be worth it. First off, styling, pretty crazy. Kia is doing some pretty crazy stuff they're styling. I mean, look at just all the different elements on the grille. Definitely love the new Kia logo. You guys know I'm a fan of that. But yeah, looks crazy. But what I will say is, as crazy as it still looks better than the previous Sportage. I think that overall, even though it's like way out there, looks like an alien spaceship from the front end, it still looks better than what's out there right now. So I support it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not a beautiful vehicle, I won't say that, but it definitely looks better. It's a huge improvement. Wheel design is pretty normal, which is crazy to me. You guys can see the size right there, 18-inch wheels. But yeah, it's funny that you have this crazy looking front end, and then the wheels are so normal. Like there's nothing like too absurd about them. So I thought that was pretty interesting. You guys can see other elements here with like the mirrors that are body painted, and then the stock itself is actually painted black, which makes it look a little bit more premium instead of just being a plastic stock. And then you guys can see here with the side with the body lines and all that. I think they did a pretty good job. It seems like they definitely toned it down with the side of the car. Like, look how normal the side looks. It's like they're like, you know what, go crazy in the front, go crazy in the rear, but make sure the side of the car looks normal so people can still recognize it's an SUV. The back end of it actually looks really good, especially in person. The size of the taillights and how it's all connected with that black strip, I think they nailed it with that. And then you guys can see obviously the regular badges and everything here. And notice that it even had like a Kia license plate. I thought that was pretty interesting. Also, the exhaust tips are hidden. I noticed that they're like trying to not showcase them whatsoever. They have these like things that wrap around that almost look like they'd, you know, be exhaust, where they have an exhaust. But yeah, they have it hidden under the vehicle, which I thought was, again, kind of interesting. They're like trying to hide that it's a gas car, basically. But anyways, you guys can see here with the door panel in the rear, actually looks pretty nice from a design standpoint. Pretty normal though, right? Everything's normal until you go to the door handle. And then you're like, oh, yep, again, with the crazy styling. I like it though. It's kind of gimmicky, but I think it's cool. I think Kia did a good job with that. And then here are the seats in the rear. So you guys can see leather seats here with the stitching. Again, looks really nice actually. From a, just a design standpoint, but just overall, it looks like a nice, comfortable seat. You got the vents there in the center, but pretty tame. Again, nothing too crazy. They kept it all for the front end of the car, I guess. And then you can see here the door panel at the front. Again, same story as what you have in the rear with the padding, and it's actually softer down below than it is at the top. And then also, again, with the crazy door handle. Definitely fun there. Window controls, all that kind of stuff right there. And then you guys can see the speaker there for the sound system. Again, looks pretty normal. And then you got the seats here in the front. Sorry about the camera focus. It was kind of low light with this particular car. And so it was kind of hard for the camera to focus. That's why the footage is a little bit grainy too. But anyways, you guys can see here for some of the controls. The vents also definitely interesting with the shape. Like, look at that. Very weird. Steering wheel, it's got nice leather wrapped around it. Controls are pretty straightforward, as you can see. So nothing too crazy happening with that. And then you guys can see the center screen right here. It's actually pretty small. Notice it's just that little rectangle. But notice how like it stretches all over. So like it's weird. It's like multiple... So it's like all in one area, but it's like multiple screens. It's hard to explain, but when I do my full review and have the car turned on, you guys will understand. But you guys have all the shifters down below, heated seats, heated steering wheel, all that fun stuff with the drive mode select and the locker and everything. That pretty normal Kia stuff here in that portion. And then you guys can see here with the glove box as well. And then, yeah, just like I said, you can see it's like a big screen thing, but like it looked like it was separate little screens within the big screen, if that makes sense. And then also, we got a full panoramic sunroof, which is another nice option to have. And yeah, that is the new Sportage. Like I said, I think it's an improvement, but definitely very interesting looking, very.